Okay, so now we're going to pay attention to our direct write-off method now. Now we're going to talk about the direct write-off method. And here's a rule of thumb for you guys, a little tidbit. You should not be able to confuse yourself with the direct write-off method and the allowance method in terms of journal entries, because you should never debit or credit allowance if you're not doing the allowance method. It's just that easy. So the direct write-off method will not have an allowance for uncollectible account because it does not estimate. Okay? And so the direct write-off method only has two journal entries you have to focus on because of the fact that it doesn't estimate. So you go directly to the write-off. And under the direct write-off method, when you have a write-off, you're going to debit bad debt expense for whatever number. And you're going to credit accounts receivable. We're going directly to accounts receivable. We're not going to make a contra account and all that other stuff. We're going directly to accounts receivable. But let's get one thing clear. The best appropriate method will always be allowance method. That's the one that GAAP encourages strongly, as requires for some people to practice, because it appropriately matches expenses to revenues. Okay? So, this is your write-off. Memorize that. And of course, we need to understand how to perform a collection on an account previously written off. A collection on an account previously written off. Okay? So how are we going to address that? We reverse the write-off, and then we perform it as a normal collection on our account. So reversing the write-off will afford us to debit accounts receivable and credit bad debt expense Then we're going to debit cash, normal collection on the account, and credit accounts receivable. Really easy journal entries that you guys can remember. And so that pretty much summarizes how we account for uncollectibles. So my next point would be to address how to handle note receivable.